Welcome back. In this final part of our series on general equilibrium and Pareto efficiency, we look at the last condition, product mix efficiency, also known as allocative efficiency. This is where production meets preferences, ensuring we're not just producing efficiently, but also producing what consumers actually want. Even if resources are exchanged efficiently between people and allocated efficiently among firms, we haven't reached full efficiency unless the mix of goods produced matches consumer preferences. This is product mix efficiency achieved when marginal rate of transformation (MRT) equals marginal rate of substitution (MRS). Let's break this down using a graph. The production possibilities curve (PPC) shows all the technically feasible combinations of apples and oranges the economy can produce. Meanwhile, indifference curves represent consumer preferences, each curve showing different combinations of apples and oranges that give equal satisfaction. Utility is maximized where the highest possible indifference curve just touches the PPC. This point of tangency is called point E. The marginal rate of transformation (MRT) is the slope of the PPC. It tells us how many oranges we must give up to produce one more apple. The marginal rate of substitution (MRS) is the slope of the indifference curve. It tells us how many oranges a consumer is willing to give up for one more apple. At point E, MRT equals MRS. This means the rate at which society can transform goods matches the rate at which consumers want to substitute them. In a competitive market, firms respond to price signals. If oranges are more valuable in the market than apples, firms will shift resources to produce more oranges. This market behavior continues until the price ratio equals both MRT, the opportunity cost of production, MRS, the willingness of consumers to trade one good for another. At this point, product mix efficiency is achieved. Now that we've covered all parts, here's a recap of the three conditions for Pareto efficiency. 1. Exchange efficiency. All individuals face the same MRS between any two goods, achieved when all consumers face the same prices. 2. Production efficiency. All firms have the same MRTS between any two inputs, achieved when all firms face the same input prices. 3. Product mix efficiency. The MRT equals MRS between any two goods, achieved when the price ratio equals both MRT and MRS. Under ideal competitive conditions, all three conditions are satisfied, making the economy Pareto efficient. In fact, the first fundamental theorem of welfare economics tells us that every competitive equilibrium is Pareto efficient, and the second fundamental theorem shows us that every Pareto efficient outcome can be achieved by a competitive market, given the right redistribution of initial resources. All of this rests on the idea of consumer sovereignty, the belief that individuals are best suited to judge their own needs and wants. But in real-world policymaking, achieving Pareto improvements can be difficult. Most changes benefit some people at the cost of others, leading to tough trade-offs. To summarize, Pareto efficiency is achieved when no one can be made better off without making someone else worse off. And that requires exchange efficiency, production efficiency, product mix efficiency. Competitive markets, under certain ideal conditions, naturally fulfill all three. This wraps up our series on general equilibrium and Pareto efficiency. We've seen how economics brings together production, exchange, and consumption to create a balanced, efficient outcome. Be sure to check out our downloadable diagrams, exercises, and summaries on our website, lazylearner.odoo.com. And if you found this helpful, subscribe, and hit the bell for more videos on economics made easy.